Recently, I've been obsessed with my friend Freya's cat, so I've decided that I'm going to make a video about it. Recently, I've just been editing this one picture of him over and over and over and over and over. Whenever something pops into my mind that I think would be funny, I just take this same picture and then edit it. Well, as of like an hour ago of recording this, I ended up making this fucking monstrosity of a Patches edit. His name is Patches, by the way. The cat's name is Patches. Yeah, this is the statue of gods from Final Fantasy VI, edited with patches all over it. What brought this on is a very simple, just, hey, you know what would be funny is if you edited my cat on top of Kefka. And I was like, yeah, that is really funny. So I did it. I did it. You can see here that I spent probably way too much time on this, and if I wasn't a bumbling idiot, you would also be seeing a time lapse here, but instead you were probably just seeing some like close-ups or just some fucking bullshit I'm putting on screen right now. But yeah, notably, a big part of how this was possible is just due to this file I have called Patches Parts, where I've just taken apart a cat for its parts, and yeah. So today, instead of, doing something like productive, I'm just going to be ranking each of these parts based off how useful and versatile they are, because believe me, so much of this image, if you zoom into it, is just the same part over and over and over. So yeah, let's get to that. Also, for those of you watching that actually know shit about, the things I like and also hate me for some reason, you may have noticed that there is no Phase 4 patches. This is because I didn't make Phase 4 patches, because the image I stole from the Final Fantasy wiki didn't include it in the big Statue of Gods lineup. I'm sorry. I'll probably make it later. It probably won't. It probably won't be till after this video. So I don't know what to do. I'm scared. Please don't hurt me. Okay. Switching gears slightly. Here we have patches. Um, and this is the file that I was using, where Patches is all cut up. And he is, I have all his parts here. So here we have the image, and then our first part. This part, I believe, is this little bottom section right here, where Patches' legs connect to his body. And, well, in all honesty, I did not use this part, I don't think, once during the creation of Kefka. It's just a little... It does have a nice shape, so it kind of saves it from B tier. However, it is a pretty strong just C tier. Next up, we have quite possibly the, most worthless of Patches parts. I'm sorry, Patches. This is a little strip that was cut out whenever Patches was divided in two, whenever I was taking both his parts. Unfortunately, just like the leg bone, I would say, this was never used in the creation of the Kefka drawing. So, I would say it doesn't really add much, it's just a line. So, it is a solid, and I do mean very solid, I don't think we're really going to get anything else down here, D tier. Next up is Patches' lower section. This part fucking rules. I got so much mileage out of it. There's way too much to go over. However, most of the time whenever you see any sort of cloth from the original, that's Patches' lower section being used in order to make cloth. As brutal as that sounds, it is very nice and very handy. So this gets a solid A tier, our first A tier. Up next, Patches, okay. This is Patches' left leg. And it is a very, very contentious part. Partly because you will see later. Yeah, this one, weirdly enough, I think I only used properly twice. One instance here, and then the other, I think this was it here. Overall, though, it really isn't that bad. However, I couldn't find much use out of it, so it goes in B. Next up is the circle. This part right here is just a little bit that I cut out of Patches' middle here. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. This is just a little bit right here. This is this is a very nice one to have, just for, you know, getting a lot of white down. It's mostly used here in the second phase of patches. However, it's used a lot, like throughout. It's just a very good, just solid white. This one goes into a higher B tier. Honestly, it's a little too bright sometimes, and that kind of leads to, you know, texturing issues where it's just like, oh man, this is really flat. For the most part, I think it's good. It's good, I like it. Next up is Patch's tail. Patch's tail is really funny to me because he just has it curled up here, and this is all I get. However, despite how small and insignificant it may seem, this one, just kind of like his lower section, got used a lot because it is a different color and texture. Additionally, too, Patch's lower section does also include a little bit of the tail, so it does it's kind of the same. However, it's very much because it's not really coming across at all here because Patch's is fat little stomach. Sorry, Patches. Is like mostly white. This is a very nice, you know, orange. It helps strike up the color a lot more thanks to it. So for tail, it gets a solid A tier. I like it a lot. And then next up, we have Patch's body. This is a very strange one because it was only used down here in order to make the first phase body. Honestly, I probably could have done a lot more with it, with especially the phase 2 and 3 bodies. However, it's a lot funnier. And this was when I had a lot less, like, planning for this, whenever I was going into this. So, you know, you can't really blame me for not really thinking that far ahead that, oh yeah, no, I wasn't going to use this body at all. However, that being said, the body itself is at most a high C, just because I unfortunately, you know, didn't use it properly. But that's my fault. It's not Patch's fault. It's never Patch's fault. Next up, Patch's actual head. Now, Patch's actual head is kind of strange because Patch's head is just pretty much spammed on any part that had a head, because it was really fucking funny. Alright? You look at this and tell me this isn't really fucking funny, but like every spot where there's a head, Patch's head goes, and it's so fucking funny to me. I don't know why, but if you hate it, then you're a hater, and you hate me specifically. Not all that versatile. I didn't really use it outside of, you know, head spaces. However, better than the body, so it gets a B. Next up. Okay. It's not gonna be able to. I don't think it's gonna be like in the actual video. This file is named the GOAT because, oh my god, without this part, I probably would have gone insane. Now, it also deserves all the space it gets here because it is just that good. This part is used in probably every single phase. It's just everywhere. If you were to look into this image and zoom in, especially in phase 2, a good majority of these parts are just fucking. This is Patch's. I forgot to say, by the way. This part is Patch's right leg. So thank you, Patches, for having this leg. I love you, Patches. This is probably the like highest S tier we're gonna get. And then next up, we have Patches' left leg. Now, not as strong as Patches' right leg. However, I would say it's still pretty up there in terms of versatility and how much I used it. I don't think it's used as much as Patch's right leg, because I mean, this entire segment right here, which is Patch's right leg. But also, I mean, it's used quite a lot here. Anytime there's a pipe, it gets used. I think overall, this is just another S tier. Like, I don't think it's really up for a contest. Okay. And then finally, we have Patch's front left paw. He's facing, yeah, that's Patch's front left paw. Say what you will. It didn't. I could not really point out every single time I used it. I did use it quite a bit. However, without that paw, we probably wouldn't have gotten Patch's butt cheek, which I mean I thought was just really fucking funny how that happened. Patches gets a little butt cheek. He gets high A. It deserves high A. And yeah, looking at the list now, I mean that's not bad. Not a bad listing. Now, with some of these parts in mind, I probably could have used them a lot more, you know? Probably could have been more sparing with some of them. However, I didn't. I didn't. And also, it's my image, and I made it. So, how about that? That is it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay, that is it now. Yeah. I was not expecting this one to take so long. This is probably the most effort I've put into a video, and it's for fucking patches again. But yeah, I'm happy. Special thanks to fucking Freya for letting me make so many images of her fucking cat. I love patches so much. Special thanks to me for making all of the edits. Fucking, uh, I'm so worn out right now. I apologize. Uh, I'm just gonna end it there. Yeah. Okay. Bye.